She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
I don't get a lot. Boy, they won't gam me small. Give them.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Good morning and welcome to Open Conversations. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actor to explore hope and engender positive impacts to the society. Will look at these stories. First, River State. Amehule orders participate in P Division.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
And in between are the
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
I'll go block later. You remember that corner?
Hey, but first, you see the house rent with the old things. Go first call caretaker, take the money, slap him.
Beg.
Kasali!
Oh, guy, you don't ready. I just the last minute instruction where you give me yesterday. Now in the small delay. Which instruction? Maybe now you say make I change the meter, make you know read it. Which time I make you change that? Oh, Kasali, why you do like all this now? Eh? You don't get sense. You don't read the text message. Nobody wants to send them to. Like Kasali, my electrician, make it come house, call me, do my meter so that you don't go to read again. You the electrician? You're electrician? Yes, now. So you call Kasali, electrician, make it come adjust your meter, make it for no read again. So you if you want young people where we say they don't want them.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. She said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites.
It's Chuba Obuzo, a political analyst. Good morning, Chuba, and welcome to Open Conversation.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
And on to the story. About 500 coordinators of the All Progressive Congress in 7 local government areas of Cross River South Senatorial District have defected to the opposition People's Democratic Party, saying they have found the PDP more reliable. Leader of the defectors, a senior special assistant to a former governor on youth mobilization, Mr. Abel Bassi, said they left the APC after weighing both parties and realizing that the PDP is more humane than the APC. According to him, this is my support group, Osopel support group. We have taken a bold step this evening to defect officially from the ruling APC to the PDP. Like the prodigal son who went astray only
standing for today. There is no ideology for any of the political parties that we can hold hand to say this is the viewpoint of this political party. These are the ideologies of the stakeholders and leaders. Everybody's just trying to show their political strength and clout. One would say 500 defectors. I would want to ask, if only in a particular region, in local government or a senatorial district, you have 500 coordinators, then you now understand the big market or the big business in politics. If all these people are like our senators who have no other jobs, like our House of Assemblies, our politicians who have nothing else doing but just to come out and sit and hit the gavel and say, yeah, nay, and yea. If these are what they do, is to say another 500 set of coordinators are going to be waiting for the government to send money for them to now share and all of that. So it keeps depleting the system.
Shooting ballistic missiles at them with some of their ideologies that they feel may not be people-friendly, as it were. But in Nigeria, it's a function of defection from one point to another, and the person will still probably, if APC becomes the ruling party, they will defect back to APC again and quote another issue with the PDP. What do you have to say to that?
You cannot, your observations or your question answers the question. The level of state governors and the stakeholders of a political party that have remained where. If in the other climes, people are accountable for decisions they take and they take responsibility for affiliating themselves with funny political parties when their ideologies or their programs now fail. You could see the way Emersoni was when he was resigning. You saw you heard his speech. He made you understand that these were our plans, but obviously they were not in line with what the people want and what the modern day governance requires of our people. And automatically we have to list question. And before she even made a response, she was told from what's it called? From the way Amana handled the Trump assassination attempt, automatically she was a colossal failure and needed to tender that resignation instantly. They asked her, to what end would Charlie become a threat? When people were on the rally could see this person with a bag, with metals inside the bag, lying down, and he didn't consider those ones a threat until he pulled the trigger. So somebody as high as that level is being questioned and asked to resign in public glare. But here in Nigeria, nobody takes the fall because it is a sharing and rise up to the occasion to ask questions. So when people defect, for me, when people there's a level you want to just get to in politics, and once you get there, come on, it's a wuru. You just keep turning around. You move from a political party to the other at your convenience. You can imagine what transpired. Okay, we were talking about defections here and there. We want to side the case study of defect. This APC is not a party to accommodate fugitives. It's not a place to take disloyal people. Trying to make it of decorum, some sense of responsibility. The politicians in Nigeria today have little or no shame. You are here, you still have people on the street because of hunger and lack of ideology, even from Nigerian people who come out to still applaud you as leader, tear you up and still keep running around you. And at the end of the day, what do you have to say? It's a system, it's a systematic failure, programmed and orchestrated by the people that have been the architect of these issues that we've gotten, as that we're calling supposed leaders, because so far so.
Remember say me I tell you I go buy you motor, I go buy na.
Okay, they pay you money now. Why we don't they beg caretaker? Why would they beg land? And they agree give us time. Money can't come now. You won't divert time. You said na corruption. Corruption, not in my house and not in my country.
From Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
Which one?
Full light. Fuel gauge. Find out to dodge jam.
What you talk?
I agree to you.
This message is brought to you by the Akin Fadayi Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
The ocean to the land beyond, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which I am.
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank. POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which I am.
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the Tonte. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people.
And call for immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Martin Chike Amehule, Speaker of the 27-member House of Assembly in Rivers State, was among the People's Democratic Party leaders who participated in the party's World Congress on Saturday, despite court orders halting the exercise. Amehule arrived at Ward 1, Oroigwe, in the local government area to cheers from a crowd of supporters. The party members reportedly held at Eliozu Community Hall, where they successfully elected new ward executives and a three-man delegate hindered at different wards across the local government areas. Supporters of the state governor, Simlaye Fubara, were said to have avoided the exercise in obedience to the two court orders. But Amehule and other supporters of
state and federal the party towards effective that there has been a litany of court orders and counter court orders in Rivers State, but according to the expose you read, there is a substantive suit pending before Justice Wale, but we don't know the weight of that suit. Whether is a petition that can stop the going ahead with the conduct of a Congress that is coming from national, that is for the benefit of the party in question, the PDP, and thus, as it may, the congresses have been done and dusted, and they've been monitored by APC. Remember last week we talked about of what use and of what potence will be the Justice Wallace judge issuing of order to bar
legal luminary is a barrister. You say, oh, they need colleagues, you have so much respect that we are accorded. But today, they are considered as political tools, people that are being used here and there, whether we like it or yes. Without mincing words, on what capacity is the governor and his group shying away from the Congress? They are shying away from the Congress on the capacity of a judgment they are depending upon that has restricted the People's Democratic Party's leadership to come and conduct congresses in Rivers State. And what is the bane of all of this? Can you respond?
Yes.
And listen, this brings us to the state of the nation that we find ourselves today. On the side of the governor and on the side of the minister, you find out that there are a lot of lawyers. The minister is a said lawyer. We have the SSG of the state as a said lawyer. We have a lot of lawyers because we have a country that has built strong men without creating or making institutions to be strong. People now come up and they now read the constitutions or the laws as it benefits them or it is to their best interest, interpret it in that manner, and come out to grandstand on it, and nothing happens thereafter going forward. Yes, if there is something that happens to a state high court that takes the position or does not know a jurisdiction, how do you tell me that the justice of a state high court does not know his jurisdiction on a matter? So we are only playing with ourselves with what's it called, terminology and logic. English is a borrowed language, not. We call it our lingua franca. Yet that is what we used to study in school. Today you find out that people will say, this person knows so much. At the end of the day, you find out the person is acting funny because why? There are interests that have gone beyond the state, interests that have gone beyond the people, but they have become personal interests. So whether we like it or not, like the government say, listen, let us see how it all pans. But the truth is, it's a very, very abysmal state to find ourselves as a people. Because if we can say legal luminaries don't know their jurisdiction to do their jobs or their duties at this point in time, what rights do they really come to stand for to stand as advocate for people when they get the truth is, the Nigerian state today, the economy, the government is in comatose. It has little direction, and something has to be done, and done fast.
All right. If I Chubu, okay, when Chuba was speaking, he talked about Martin Samigule and the other lawmakers participating in the World Congresses when, to a large extent, the national, according to him, have said that these people are not part of our party. However, if you recall, in the World Congresses, I didn't come across any story where, or any issue where these lawmakers were barred from participating in the World Congresses. They participated fully in the World Congresses. And so far, one of the arguments was that at the world level, they have not even been suspended. And their world chairmen have come out to say that they've not received letter of defection from them. That is a very, very valid point when he said, why are they questioning their presence in that World Congress? What do you have to say to that?
This issue of authenticity of membership, we have been dealing with it for a very long time. And to authenticate the membership of a given person to a particular political party is your membership registration in your wards. And you have your membership card and all that. Though there are stories flying left, right, and center that the Martin Sameh-led group has left the PDP, which when you are provoked, or in the extreme cases, you can make some statements out of anger or out of being displeased or being shuffled out. But when you realize that maybe my choice of words was not what I would have used in the public per se, you are And given this type of gameplay in Rivers State, this is politics. And in politics, I don't know why people are so vicious and so tenacious in holding the things that politicians say. Like my brother said when he was discussing about the defection of some APC members back to PDP, you find out that this is the dance we see in the Nigerian political space. So somebody can wake up in the morning, he's a member of PDP, when his aspirations and self-centered gains are not actualized in that particular place, he looks for a favorable ground. So when they made such statement that they left PDP, those statements were made on frayed knives and on irreconcilable differences that existed within the time. But coming to real and defection and leaving of a party with the political space in Nigeria and what the electoral act said, the people of their caliber that are holding electoral offices for a political party, what they will do is that they will tender a letter through their ward chairman. Then their ward chairman, there will be onwards transmission. We have seen big political bigwigs, defect in Nigeria, and we see the processes. So, but for the Martin Samuel, he didn't attend the World Congress in his capacity as the Speaker of the Rivers State House Assembly. He attended as a PDP man who has only one vote to cast and who has his preferred candidate in the world level to vote for. So other members of PDP that participated in the Congress. So it is not a personal, this is not where I expect us to be talking about defection or no defection. This is a pure PDP affair. And the PDP Federal National has come out to say that we are not party to a suit that was instituted to members of the PDP. So we had that clearly, and the PDP National has not issued any kind of contrary statement. And you know that Martin Samuel attended the retreat of that involves the legislatures and the speakers and some other political office holders. He represented the Rivers State House of Assembly. So I don't see his defection as what do you call it? It is not self-executory about the defection or maybe being declared vacant. So we don't have to go into that until, like I said, as my brother acknowledged, that all those things are in the purview of the courts. And until we wait, some cases are even in the Supreme Court. Some cases are in the appeal court. Justice Motosho's case that clearly validated the authenticity of Martin Samuel has not been challenged till today. I mean, the judgment that came out on the 22nd of January 2024, that gave credence to his authenticity as the substantive Speaker of the Rivers State Assembly is not in contention. So when we look at those things, we allow the courts to do the needful, and we pray that they do it so fast so that all this political brouhaha will come to an end and we move forward in Rivers State.
Right. Abia State Governor Alex Oti has explained the reason why he works from his Vosi Umuehim country home, saying that the state does not have a befitting government house. Mr. Oti said this on Saturday in inaugurating the newly constructed office of the chairman of Arochukwu local government area. Successive governments in the state had operated from rented office accommodation, most of which have become dilapidated. The past administrations of Senator Theodore Oje and Dr. Izei Bazum began the construction of a government house at Ogurube layout, but Mr. Oti described the uncompleted complex as substandard and unbefitting of the state governor. He therefore promised to build a befitting government house before the end of the year. What is your take on this story, Choba?
Very, very clearly, I think for now, we have to poke the integrity and interest of the governor of Abia State in reference to governance. And upon that strength, we take his word for what it is. We have not been there lately to say his observations of the dilapidated present said government house is in the state he said it is. But however, I think what we should be bothered about is he went further to equally state that the only place to raise funds to make it to build a government house is from pensioners' monies, which he will not do that. So upon that strength, let's just be hopeful that they're working out an IGRO that will be able to manage, cater for the government house, not hampering on the rights of the Abians and do the needful and giving them a befitting government house, as he puts it. Outside of that, I think for the other statements he made when he talked about all the projects they're carrying out today as up to world-class standards, it's up to naysayers, oppositions to go poke it, bring out the contractors, say what they have done if it's not it. But until then, we have to stand with him and support his government and his government.
Because in your opinion, he has been doing well so far.
Because in my opinion, we have not really seen any reason to poke his governance style and whatever he's been doing. So in my opinion, it's good to go for now.
All right. Ugochukwu, what is your reaction to this story?
Choma, I totally disagree with Governor Lesoti.
Okay.
Given the state of infrastructural decay, given the state of backwardness, given the state of industries in Abia State being in comatose for years. I remember my father telling me a story of Golden Guinea Brewers, telling me the story of Bata. There's a shoe they call Bata or something, even till today. Then Abia Polo Club, Abia Hotels, you know, Choma, a lot of things. Even Enyimba Stadium, that is a pride of Abia State. Even Abia State hospital, what do you call it, teaching hospital. And there is a lot of things that I hope that OT would have looked at to make his name. Because remember, I have told you, Choma, off camera, that a lot of governors in Nigeria don't read the handwriting of what happened in 2023. They are not students of history and they don't project. You know, we philosophers, we may ask questions, but we might not profile solutions. But we look at things critically, and those people are not seeing it. I don't know what their handlers are doing, because Nigerians are not voting according to party lines. They are voting for individuals, and they are voting for what they can see and where you're taking them to. Nigeria has gone past, you know, voting for a political party. And Governor Oti ruled on that, you know, ingenuity and the change in the attitude of Nigerians and their pattern of voting to come to power. He has lost the election. He's a serial loser in elections, you know. But having gotten this opportunity to make his mark is to go and demolish government house, you know, plunging the scarce resources of Abia people into what is not needed. What is even a government house? Remember in River State, the governor of River State swore in the CTC chairman and said they can operate from anywhere. When President Muhammad Buhari was ailing, you know, he was in London, he was in this place, people shielded him and said that the president can administer governance from anywhere. And he himself, who has gotten a befitting building of his own, does he want to tell us that he doesn't have a residential building in Abia State or in Domaya, state capital, instead of coming from Ovim, his hometown? See, all those things are the misplaced priority. Like what my brother was saying about, you know, making of individuals. We are so individualistic. We so want to write our names in the golden stone, forgetting to do the things that will be enduring. The legacy that people will remember and say, yes, what catapulted the present minister of works? Go to Ebonyi State and see the landmark achievement that Umahi made. Remember, there was a time I was saying it on different fora that if Nigerians if they say give the presidency of Nigeria to people according to what we can see, Umahi clearly and Wike would have been the two people you say let them go and contest, because their legacies were there for the blind to see and was very loud for the deaf to hear. Because of he came and revamped what Donald Duke did in Cross River, what Akpabio, when he was Akpabio, did in Akwa Ibom State. These are landmark, and this are what posterity cannot forget. So we thought that Oti coming into Abia State space would have been a new song being sung. What will government house benefit an average Abia man? So by the time he look at area market, that money he will use. Look at the area international market. Look at giving out soft loans to SMEs. Calling people that make shoes, that make bags, that what is Aba is known for. Going into the revitalization of the Ellen industries, like the Bata, the breweries, the Golden Guinea breweries, and all that. Look at how to standardize. Look at Nigeria Choma. It's only one particular football field that is being certified by CAF for Nigeria to play their CAF Champions League season. But Abia State, from where all those Okali left sports, no other governor have taken it off from.